Charo is an American music and pop culture icon who has entertained millions during her successful career as a musician, dancer, actress, and world-class entertainer. Her award-winning personality made her a star in the 1970s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s. Charo recently wowed over 17,000 in attendance at the legendary Hollywood Bowl in Los Angeles with her brand new show featuring her infectious humor, sensational guitar skills, incredibly talented orchestra, and dancers. In 2014, she received the American Latino Media Arts Award for her outstanding career in the performing arts. On television, Charo was a frequent guest on classic shows such as Love Boat and The Ed Sullivan Show. She also appeared on ABC's Dancing with the Stars, season 24, and dazzled America with her talent during the season finale. So,
Yeah.
state your name for the listeners.
Hola, everybody. I'm having a good time with my friend Joshua Flack. He's extremely talented for real estate and artistic, and he's a fighter, and he's extremely powerful brain. So I came here and enjoyed this good talk. And also I'm going to take a question from all of you because it's important to know what do you think
So
of
is
this
that
interview.
Is that your
My
full
name is Maria Rosario Pilar Martinez Molina Baeza Rasten at your survey. I have more names,
Okay,
but I make a short version
so
today.
now I know why they just call you Charo.
Charo is the nickname of Maria Rosario. It's a virgin in Spain. They call La Virgen del Rosario, and she carried a rosary in her hand. And my grandma was called Rosario. And when I was born, my grandma put me out of my mother's belly and said, "Welcome, Charo, to this planet." So it's the nickname. It's like you are
So can you
Robert, they call you Bob, or you are Margaret, they call you Margie. Rosario, it is Charo.
So I guess can you quickly say your full name backwards?
No.
Okay. I got you on that one. All right. Well, there's not many people that have one name. There's Madonna, there's Cher, there's Charo, there's, well, Jesus, I guess, but even he has a last name, Christ.
I
So-
don't want to brag it,
Okay.
but I was the first one
You were,
that make it start with one name.
is that true?
Yes, it's correct.
Even, how do you know there wasn't somebody in some country somewhere?
No, I have a contest with Liberace and Cher, and I win the contest.
Really?
What happened is, when I came to America, already my name was Charo. Since I was born, Maria Rosario Charo. But I had so many names that I went to talk, and he rest in peace, Norman Broco, the
Sure,
president
William
of William
Morris.
Morris. And he said, I make the name for Marilyn Monroe. You got to have more name, not only Charo. And I said, well, if I tell you all my name, forget it. I'm not going to, people going to go to sleep. And he said, no, William Morris cannot promote an artist with only one name. And I said, okay, my name is Maria Rosario. And he said, okay, Charo,
Okay, Charo. Where do we start?
We're going to try it.
Uh-huh.
And if you succeed, it's an experiment. That's what Norman Broco. And he take all the credit because Marilyn Monroe, he gave it to her the name. Seriously.
Yeah, her real name was
Yeah, I don't know, whatever it was, but he make something.
Norma Jean.
Norman G. Wait, doesn't sound
No.
as good as Marilyn Monroe, right?
Yeah, Norma
So,
Jean. What the hell was her last
I was
name?
the experiment, and people like it, except Jim Neighbor
Jim
have
Neighbors?
trouble with my name. He called me Charo.
Huh?
Hey, Charo! But the rest of the work have no problem with Charo.
Did you ever go to Jim Neighbors' house
Oh, yeah,
in Bel Air
yeah,
on Nimes Road? Yeah.
yeah. It was like my brother.
Really?
Jim Neighbor, Liberace, Elvis Presley, we became very good friends, extremely close. And I was the one, actually, that spent until the last time before he said goodbye, I don't want to see nobody anymore,
Who, Liberace?
Liberace. Because the people have no enough knowledge about the disease AIDS. And they were so scared that they immediately, when they hear that he had AIDS, he was alone. And I could not take it that I think that is knowledge, it's not contagious. And we were extremely good friends. He hosted the wedding of my sister in his restaurant. So we have a contest. And between Liberace, Cher, and me, they find out that I was the pioneer. That's the
Did
story.
Liberace live in the penthouse of a building he owned on Beverly Boulevard?
No, but he lived in Las Vegas. And one of the things that made me very having fun, he tried to copy La Capilla Sixtina from Roma, from Vatican.
Yeah.
And he did a very good job. You look up and you see almost in the ceiling in his bedroom, La Capilla Sixtina, that is there when God put the hand to touch the hand of the man, the human that he created. So I have a lot of fun with him and enjoy every minute to be his friend. And I try to educate the people, please. It's just a disease, it's not contagious. What happened, people were so scared. And we became, it's like my brother. Great guy, very showman. The tico tico ti or tico tico ta
Yeah,
that
fabulous.
he was doing with a big cape, spectacular.
Fabulous. All right.
So anyway, that's the name. I win. I won the
Okay.
first one.
Now, you're married to Xavier Cugat. A lot of people don't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Okay. Well, now you do. Tell me about your marriage to the famous band leader.
It was beautiful. No comment.
No comment? That's it?
No comment.
Okay, fine. We'll move on. Question for you. On your front gates, there's something written, and I've always wanted to know what it was because I can't really make it out. What is it?
Oh, what? What'd you say?
On your front gates of your home, because we're neighbors.
Oh, yes.
There is
yes.
I don't think anyone but me would notice this, but there is something written, and I can never figure it out.
Good question, because nobody can figure it out. I was born in Spain. I'm going to speak slowly because I want you to understand everything I say.
Okay.
Because they understand me, but maybe you are hearing with an accent. So
Yeah, I have a... Yeah,
I'm going to speak slowly. I was born in Spain in a town called Murcia, Murcia, Murcia. There is a beautiful opera. We don't call opera. They call it zarzuela. Notice that when I speak Spanish, it's castellano, Castilian.
Castilian.
Zarzuela, Murcia. Okay. There is a beautiful zarzuela called La Parranda, which is exactly what is there on the gate. L-A Parranda. P-A-R-R-A-N-D-A. La Parranda. La Parranda is the name of La Zarzuela. It's a beautiful, it's almost, let me put it this way, it's like an opera with diarrhea. Because people go more for opera. And when you say zarzuela, it's not under the category of opera, but according to many people, including me, it's much better than an opera. The category zarzuelas. La Parranda is spectacular. And it's about Murcia. And Plácido Domingo make a beautiful rendition of La Parranda.
So-
a Hollywood Bowl, as a matter of
So
fact.
that I could make out, but there's a second gate, and there's something really small on it, which I couldn't figure out what it says.
I don't know either. Probably some neighbors put it. Stay away
It's
from
been there for
bull.
years. It's carved in the iron. The main gate, there's like, it's written something in the center.
La Parranda.
No, that's the second gate.
My probably say here leave the beach. I don't know.
Okay, we'll investigate.
I don't even know.
Anyway, okay. All right, so can we go to your husband, that department? Can we talk about that?
Which one?
Well, apparently we can't talk about Xavier Cugat. So your
No, Xavier Cougar, rest in peace, was very beautiful gentleman. And I was a tiny young person. And according to him, with a lot of talent. And he discovered me watching me in television doing Villa Alegre, which was the Spanish version of Sesame Street. I was singing
yeah?
La Bamba with the hair like that. Para bailar la bamba. And then he saw me playing with Andrés Segovia in a big concerto with the Spanish Symphony. And he got so impressed because I was truly very young. And he had a meeting with my parents. And my sister and me, we came to America, which I adore this country. And I'm extremely grateful. And I adore him and I respect him. And that's all I had to say.
How long were you married to Xavier Cugat?
Many years, I grew up in America. I grew up with the wedding ring and became my best friend. And when he knew that it was time to say goodbye to show business, only painting, he go back to Barcelona.
Did you live with him here in Beverly Hills?
Oh, yes, yes.
In the house that you own now?
No, I buy the house.
After him or with him?
I buy the house.
No, I mean, I know you paid for it.
No. It was about that time, but I prefer to buy it myself because I would like it to have so much improvement and everything, and I was making a huge.
Where did you live before that house?
New York.
Really?
200 East 57th Street, and then Las Vegas, which my sister
200
buy a
East
property in Las Vegas.
57th. So I mean, 2 blocks from the plaza, 4 blocks down.
Penthouse, 257th Street. Then when I'm very young and I have a nanny with me called Maria from Cuba, and my sister, we have a nanny that was part of the deal because my parents were very concerned about so young to younger alone in New York. So my life was very nice. Everything is it was a gentleman, and Mr. Cougar was extremely nice to us.
So let's do a little real estate since
So
we're
I
on
start
this
making
topic.
a lot of money. I believe in real estate.
So hold on. So how many homes do you have?
I live in toilets.
You live in a
In
toilet?
bedroom, in airplane.
I missed that one.
I don't want to talk about how many houses I have.
No, but I understand you have a lot of property in Hawaii. Isn't that correct?
Yeah, a few property.
Oh, good. Okay, I didn't know that.
But actually, my home is a stage. I know all of the toilets in United States of America. The best one is in Miami, in a restaurant called El Patio.
I keep hearing the toilets. What do you say? What is the best? What do you keep saying? I hear toilets.
When you go to Miami,
Yeah.
when you go to a toilet in Miami, in a restaurant called El Patio,
Okay.
go to that toilet, please, because the toilet open the door for you. Play your favorite music. They tell you when to wash your hand, everything. And when you get out, the door open to you feel like the Queen of Sheba. So that's my home. Toilets, airplane, stage, dressing room.
Okay. So you have a lot of real estate. Okay, now, let's talk. This is an interesting thing. So, we live very close to each other.
Yeah, I thought that you were one of the one that called the police.
No, I did not call the police. However, if I lived next door to you, I may have. So I live about 2 blocks away. In fact, at nighttime, I take walks. I walk from my house to the Beverly Hills Hotel. I'm a night walker.
But did you see me?
At
Running
nighttime?
at night? Oh, yeah.
I walk every evening from my house.
At night, midnight, you see me running.
On your treadmill or on the street?
On the street. It's quiet. All over
I walk
Bedford
every
Drive.
evening from 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. in the morning from Tower Road past your house. I've never seen you once.
Because probably I ran after you.
I think you're a cat burglar.
I ran. Start from there, go Benedictino.
No, you're wearing all
Bedford
black.
Drive,
You're a cat burglar. I knew
yeah.
it.
You remember that's it. And I ran like crazy. There is no car. There is no noise.
It's the
That's
best.
perfect. It's the best.
Can
It's
we
the
run
best at
together?
night.
Can we do runs together?
Well, listen, if you are a midnight person, very
Nobody. The
midnight.
only I have 2 people that will go with me: Carrie Brillstein, who is Bernie Brillstein's widow,
I know.
and my lawyer.
Your lawyer. So
But hold on, are you? See, I'm very adventurous. I don't mind hopping fences, so I like to talk to people sometimes when I'm on walk. So sometimes I'll see a person coming out getting his mail, newspaper, and I'll start talking with them. Then they'll invite me in. Sometimes they won't invite me in, but I'll still go in anyway. Do you like to talk to people on your walks?
I love to talk to people. That is my problem. I love people, and therefore they love me. I never have problems.
So you take Bedford.
But when I run, I am Speedy Gonzalez.
Yeah.
So I just run.
So you
and
take
it's
Bedford.
beautiful.
What's your path?
Get out from my house. You remember when Lucille Ball lived?
Of course,
In that
1001
corner, all over
Roxbury.
Bedford. Turn around where the guy of NGN.
Louis Mayer.
Exactly. And then turn around and keep on going until I think I cover at least 1 mile. And then after that, I take a shower and then I want to play the guitar. I'm a night person.
What time do you go to bed?
Oh, yes. I practice for hours until 2 or 3 in the morning.
So believe it or not, I don't go to sleep until like 5 sometimes.
Yeah,
Like,
this is.
well,
We are the same.
well,
What is.
no,
Yes.
not exactly. I didn't sleep last night. I literally was tossing, sleeping all night. finally it was 8 a.m. this morning, and I said, "Fuck it, I'm not gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna sleep for 1 hour." I just got up and I just got in the shower early. I have not slept 1 hour. I got off a plane from Hawaii last night. I slept for a couple hours on the plane. By the way, Hawaiian Airlines has definitely improved their planes, must say. Anyway, so after a couple Mai Tais, whatever, I was knocked out. So I had a couple hours of sleep, but
That's very interesting. Well, I sleep about 3 or 4 hours. Otherwise, I will not have a dream of energy. But it's good to sleep. Listen to me. Don't pay attention to him. The doctor said minimum 7 hours for the brain. And then it's good exercise. What you're doing right now, it is no good. So don't brag it. At least you need,
I know it's horrible, but I have no choice.
I wish,
If you come to my house and sing me to sleep with your guitar, maybe, but I mean, you never offered to do that.
let me tell you what I do. When I'm on the road, I sleep more. In the house, I sleep very little.
By
But
choice or just by choice?
no, not in my show. I'm very busy. I'm extremely busy, and I
No,
like
I'm
it
saying
to
how
do
come when you're
exercise
traveling you can sleep better than when you're at the house?
because I don't have no problem, no business to talk,
Okay.
no problem. It's just take care, practice the guitar, get ready for the
You know,
show.
you are up late because sometimes I see when I walk by, you have maybe it's your kitchen, but you have a lamp. Is your kitchen facing the street? I see that lamp on late at nighttime.
Yeah,
Would you be freaked out if I knocked on the window?
Do, re,
Do,
mi,
re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti,
mi, fa,
do.
sol, la. This is when
Okay, tell me about the bowl you have in your backyard, or had at least.
I did
This is
have
going
it.
to be an interesting story.
Okay. Hola, amigos. I'm having a good time here with Joshua.
Mhm.
Let me explain it to you what is the question, because he speaks good English, but I want to let everybody know what was the question for. I love animals. I respect animals. I think that they are, when you raise an animal, then you know what I'm talking about. They got great brain, they have feeling, they have passion, they feel afraid, they feel pain, and they feel scared all the time.
So you decided to raise one in
So
Beverly Hills.
I am against bullfight. I think that Spain is a beautiful country, but certain event in the 2020 had to go. And one of them is bullfight.
Why 2020? Why not 10 years ago?
I start fighting again that 10 years ago, but I live with the moment.
Mm.
I just look back. I never look back.
Have you ever been to a bullfight?
I hate it.
I went one time in Mexico.
And how you like?
Let's just say I prefer to get a root canal.
That's the description. It is cruel, it's coward, it's pretentious, it's a lot of fanfare. At the beginning, for a tourist, it's spectacular, Joshua, because those good-looking men coming with tight pen, and the embroidery, and the cape, and the music. It's very exciting because, by the way, Spanish, the disco was born in Spain hundreds of years
Wait,
ago.
hold on a second. Disco was born in Spain or Spanish? Wait,
No.
go back.
Disco music, disco downbeat, come from Spain when Spanish people were fighting Cuba hundreds of years ago. To stimulate the fighter that going to fight, they don't know if they're going to die, they play paso doble, double step.
Bop,
And then
bop,
you
bop,
feel,
bop,
you go,
bop,
I'm going. I don't care to die. I'm going to fight for my country or I'm going to fight. That's what it is, seriously. I make all of the research before I start join PETA and fight again bullfight. When the bullfighter go to the bull ring, he need the courage, like the soldier year earlier. So they play the same thing, Spanish paso doble, pam, pam, pararam, pararam. And then with the music and the people say, that's right. Exactly, Joshua. And then you feel like, oh my God, you feel high. And the ole and everything, it is the higher moment.
And then
in
they
the
start throwing
bullfight.
tomatoes.
They come out, people say ole. After that, a poor scared bull coming lost, what's going on? And after that, I recommend that don't look that anymore because it is a torture.
Is that a myth or is it they don't like red? Is that a myth or actually they just don't like red? The bull.
The bull like it. The bull no. it's a color so powerful because they don't see well. I raised one bull. And then go again. What is that?
You raised
keeping
a
my
bull.
attention. I'm going after that.
You raised a bull.
I raised a bull in Beverly Hills. His name, Manolo Martinez. Manolo was 8 days old when we
This is
got
going to
it.
be a fascinating story.
The bull came home and grew up there. And they became almost 2,000 kilos. Huge.
So the bull
Big.
grew up on Lexington.
Yeah, yeah. And I thought that you were one of the neighbors that called and said, I smell bullshit at from Charo backyard.
Well,
So you were not.
that was
Good.
not me, but had I lived right next door, it probably would have been.
Did you smell, Did you
But
smell
I
bullshit?
have that kind of a sense of humor. I probably would have really enjoyed having a bull next
Beautiful
door.
bull.
Yeah.
And then he
What was
went
his
to
name?
Aurora. Manolo Martinez, he was like a human. I put it, he knew when he had to hide because I knew when the police was coming. So we said, Manolo, by language, he understands English and Spanish. Manolo, la policía, la policía. And he ran and hide, I swear to you. And then the police, and then
Sorry.
the police said, oh, you got
I think
a
you're
bull.
making this up.
No,
You trained a bull to run from the police?
he knew it.
He knew by himself.
No, he knew the word la policía,
He knew
the police.
La Policia.
Manolo, la policía, run
And he
for your
knew
life.
that the black and white were coming?
They came, but they never get to see the bull because
Oh, so you hid the bull.
Yeah,
Where did you hide this 800-pound animal?
we built a house for him.
You built the bull a house.
Yeah,
In
and he went into, and then I said, you probably saw a Russian dog.
Rosie O'Donnell?
I said that when they called me, I said, Charo, you have a bull in your backyard. I said, no, it's a Russian dog.
Oh, a Russian dog. Gotcha. I thought you said
Because-
Rosie O'Donnell.
Because, no, I'm talking English.
Okay.
So the police was beautiful. Let me put it this way.
Okay, so the
No, I
bull,
want to make that clear, Joshua. The police was beautiful and kind.
we have the best police
Until
department
one
in the
day
world.
they called me and said, you got to get rid of the bull. Then I said, can I have bull visitation rights?
Bull visitation rights?
Yeah, to bring it once in a while.
Yeah, bring him over, right?
And then and they said, no, but once in a while I bring a huge one, beautiful animal, so beautiful that then I became vegan. Because
You're
I know
vegan
how
now?
much yeah, I'm vegan.
Since when?
Since Manolo died.
Well, when did Manolo? You didn't tell me Manolo died.
Manolo died because they have a surgery and they put it too much anesthesia, so heavy he cannot stand up from the surgery, and he died.
Did you ever
But
see
when
that
you-
Lucy episode when she has a pig? It was a good episode. It kind of reminds me of that.
Yeah,
Baby.
But I want to be serious. If you raise an animal, you don't kill it. And if you know how healthy you are by being vegan, you don't need animal. Because you have so much protein in beans, in the aguacate, have more protein than one steak, and lentils. Once in a while, I don't blame nobody that eat a protein from animal, but me personally, I am extremely healthy, and everything is vegan.
Okay, so so we were about to broach it earlier and we changed subjects. Can we go to well, let's just say a sadder topic. Can we discuss your last husband?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I just wanted to make sure that that was something you were comfortable talking
So what is
about.
the question?
Oh, okay. Your husband passed away,
Oh, yeah.
and can you just tell us how it's been going since that happened? I mean,
Okay.
it's-
I believe in entertainment, and the reason why I do Instagram is because my hope is put a smile every day to people, because life is so difficult, unpredictable, impossible to know what's going to happen at the end of the day, and not everybody wake up hoping for the best, but shit happen. So I got the worst experience anybody can live, because when somebody die of natural death,
you have time to say goodbye.
you had the time. You had the time to put a fight to extend it the most you can. But when somebody, due to depression and abuse of terrible medication, the doctor, I try to save a lot of life. And that is my mission. And I'm talking serious right now because, I like comedy. But this is an issue that perhaps we save a few more lives. I'm doing that, my mission. What happened is there is a medication called prednisone.
Prednisone, of course.
Prednisone is a steroid, but it's a damage you do it, damn if you don't. If you have an organ transplant, you have to have prednisone because it's anti-inflammatory and your organ had to adjust it to the new organ that had been transplanted. And I know that because I go to Cedars-Sinai and I do research it, and I am one of the bigger customers of Cedars-Sinai. Raise money for them because it's a good hospital and they are improving tremendously. So, in my speeches and study, if I have, that is Angora. So if you see me, that is not mosquito.
That's okay.
It's because I love that.
Did you wait? Did you raise the Angora at your house?
No.
Okay, I just thought maybe you.
No. What happened is
you knit the sweater yourself. I
give
just
you a kiss.
was thinking.
So what happening is that I do a lot of research because I want to help people. This is a serious issue. My husband, the best man in the world, the most handsome man in the world, the most powerful man in production, he produced and created the Golden Globe Award.
I didn't know that.
Yes, indeed. I met him while I was presenting an award.
Really?
Yes. So it cannot be perfect. The best father in the world. But 40 years ago, he had a little touch of what it was, two nasty cells of lymphoma in the stomach. And because great doctor, all family of Cedars-Sinai, it's a family. The best for the stomach, the best for the lungs, the best for the heart. It's a family. And we are part of that family. So that was Dr. Sherman, still in the office, and is the best for the stomach. He was doing a test that people should do it for the acid, for what you call when you have a lot of acid reflux.
Acid reflux.
And he called us, we was in Europe, and he said, come, because I find in the test, in the fluid, two nasty cells of lymphoma. Immediately was taken care, but it was 4 weeks of radiation and chemotherapy. And in many cases, of men especially, that they had radiation and chemotherapy, eventually, not always, but sometimes you develop at a certain age a disease called bullous pemphigoid. Bullous pemphigoid is a disease that attacks your own immune system. Your immune system, attack you. And the only medication to keep the inflammation down of big blister is prednisone. Prednisone, after a year, in the withdrawal, make people kill themselves.
But this was 14 years ago, I thought.
No. 14 years ago, he was cured of
Understood.
two nasty lymphoma cells. But it's a chance that in the future, in different cases, because they call that disease the stupid disease. You are part of Cedars-Sinai, go and say, I was talking to Charo, and she tell me about bullous pemphigoid, and she tell me why all you guys doctors call it the stupid disease. They call it stupid disease because they don't know when it came, when attacked you, and when disappeared. Mayo Clinic, the same thing.
So he was on prednisone?
For a year. And they did not inform us or him that when it's the withdrawal, when they're taking out doses from big quantity of grains, go into little gramos, then people want to kill themselves.
Did he suffer depression before that?
Depression came with the prednisone.
No, but throughout his life, did he ever have depression?
No. He was a genius.
So how did you it's interesting, like, how do you know it was the prednisone? I mean, it makes sense, but I mean, did you figure it out? Or?
I did not, but I noted changing the pressure a little bit more.
Oh, so you did notice it. It wasn't...
Little by little, and we did not go at that time to Cedars-Sinai. For that disease, another specialist in another hospital. So they never informed us in the withdrawal, any move, anything can make a people kill themselves.
But so was this totally out of the blue, or did you see the depression, or was it just you didn't? He hid the depression with him in it with inside himself, or you could
A little
tell.
bit, he started saying, uh, I don't want to go out for a walk. I don't want to see a movie. But very seldom.
But
Because,
nothing like this.
because on February 16, 2019, I was at Morongo, like always I go, Indian Casino in Palm Springs, Morongo, beautiful casino, hotel. He saw the shop, brand new shop. He was so proud of the standard ovation. He gave a big amount of money always to the usher and to the captain and the people, because we always respect how hard they work to accommodate the fans and the gambler, everything. And he always give a big one, big one. Very normal. We drive home, that the 17th. That night, he had dinner with me. He didn't want to talk too much. A little, but dinner good. And then the next day, we were getting ready to go to Florida, big concert. He was kind of concerned, and because, you are tired, why you work so much? And I said, I love to work, Shell. I know we don't need the money, but I need that. It's my vitamin. Don't worry, it's going to be all right. That's the last thing I say to him. The next day, he wake up early in the morning. He was early in the morning. He go, rise and shine. And me, rise and shine, my ass. I want to sleep because I work and play guitar and everything at night. So he wake up. He talk in Spanish with the gardener. He talk in Spanish with the maintenance. We have like a handyman.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big house. Normal. And then he picked an alley far away from the house. He did not kill himself in the house.
In the alley?
He didn't want that I find out. He went to an alley that is near to the...
Yeah, the alley.
To the alley, the alley.
Between Roxbury and Lexington.
Exactly. And then nobody heard the shot.
Really? I'm surprised.
No, because it was a small gun, and because he was far away and the workers are there cleaning and doing things.
No, but the neighbors, I'm surprised didn't hear
Nobody.
anything. That's very strange, isn't
Nobody.
it?
So around 10:30, the 18th, February 18th, Monday, I never forget that, I was looking for him. Good morning, happy. We went to Florida. Oh God, I'm going to perform again this beautiful song. And I did not find him in the office. I did not find him anywhere. So the dog, Rocco, started telling me, follow me. Yeah. And I said, Rocco, where is he? I follow him. And far away over there in the alley, sat down in a chair. It was like that, like he was sleeping. I ran. I thought he fell down because he had problem with the stability, because he had a hip surgery. And I ran and I saw blood. I thought he fell down. And I ran like crazy to the street. There is a lot of tourists all the time.
Yeah, of course.
Help me, my husband fall down. Call 911. I never find out what he did. I did not see the gun or nothing, just a little bit blood coming from here.
So what happened? It's who came
The
to the
911.
No, who did a neighbor?
They call everybody. In 3 minutes, the police were there.
No, I'm saying, who did you talk to? Like, did you see a Star Tour bus, a neighbor?
I was blind. I was screaming. My husband called 911. My husband fell down. He had concussion. He's bleeding from the head. Asking people, everybody that was coming. If you go by, I will tell you to. Help me. He's here. So, not wait a minute and a half, 2 minutes. I hear already the ambulance, the 911. They went to take care of him. And before I know, they say, you cannot see that. You get out. You cannot see it. And they escort me back to the house. That's all. And I keep on fighting with the police and everybody. He need blood transfusion. He fell down. And finally, an hour later, he said, the sergeant, all of them, said to me, please sit down. He put a bullet on his head. And that's the story. And then I almost faint. And then he died 5 hours later in surgery. He did not die in the house. He did not die.
Wait, hold on. He didn't die in the alleyway?
He was not there.
He was alive?
Yeah. The bullet went from here to here. He died during surgery, blood transfusion.
Was he conscious when you saw him?
No, because that's what I was screaming. Oh my God. He know that I'm crying. He know if he's suffering. No, the empathic, like when somebody give you a
Yeah, I
big
know.
impact. He did not suffer, but he wouldn't be alive if they stopped the bleeding. But the bleeding was huge because he was in blood thinner.
So when they told you that, what was your reaction?
I will never be the same. I
That's what
don't.
you said?
I will never be the same. I was on shock. So my sister, so my son, because we love him more than life, and we knew that he didn't know it was a reaction. Something happened since he was talking with the gardener. Something happened with the blister that he had itches all the time. He was living like inside of an oven because the bull of Penfagoy, the prednisone pressure, it was not him. It was prednisone reaction. And if you check it out, you're going to see how many suicidios come from that drug.
So what were the words that the police officer said to you?
He put a bullet on his brain.
They didn't say first, I have to inform you that he passed away. They just
He was
straight up?
alive. He said he put a bullet in his brain. We are taking right now. He's on surgery.
You got in the car and went to Cedars. What did you do?
They didn't want me to go there. And when my son, I said to my son, Papa, fall down, it's bleeding. He went to the hospital, and they said it's on surgery. You don't want to do this. And then after an hour on surgery, they say he passed away.
And did you break down? What did you do?
What question you asking me, Joshua? And I want to change the subject. It is, I died with him, and I died for the rest of my life. But about 6 weeks later, I locked myself in a room. I don't want to eat. My sister, me, we all are on a trauma forever. But my mission was, if I'm suffering so much, if I can save life and warning people about side effects of prednisone, if I can share with people that they don't go through what I'm going, that perhaps is going to be my mission, if I can stop suicide.
You can be a spokesperson for this.
I try to do my best, and there is a lady in Miami that she contacted me and said, my husband is a copycat, just like your husband. May 1st, okay, my husband killed himself February 18, 2019. On May 1st, same thing. Somebody, husband, did the same thing, that he was also in medication. The medication. So I alert people. I treasure and respect my husband. I love him all my life. It will be no dating for me. It will be never romance. The love of my life is there waiting for me.
You know, I hate when people say something good always comes from something.
Bullshit.
It's not true.
Bullshit.
I hate when people say that because they're just trying to find a way to find something that's good. Bullshit.
The only good, if you want to
I was
do
going to
like
suggest,
I
was going to say, and even it's
No.
total bullshit, but you can help other people. Bullshit. But
Well,
in the same token,
no, excuse me, Joshua. When you talk with the doctors and they tell you, Charo was the medication. Charo, my best friend called me to say goodbye, was another doctor, and he killed himself and they find him 2 days later under a tree in a park. This is serious research that I make. It's the medication that produce you to do that. It is something good in that, not for the family, but for other people that can be at that age and we can save their life. Maybe think about that, Joshua. Maybe that's what they try to say when they say, oh, something can happen good. But yes, the family, no good. And actually, my mission is bring happiness to people, and through that, I get happiness.
it's amazing, your spirit. Amazing.
I don't wish it to nobody. But maybe that interview, if somebody is listening to me, remember that sometimes those things happen, and if you can be alert and you can supervise the side effect of the medication and the mental state that that person is going through in silence, maybe you can save one life.
You have such a big following. Do you ever talk about this on Instagram?
I did it and go all over the world.
And?
I did it. 6 weeks after my husband died, I went open and I tell him, and I have a psychologist. that is the best recommended by Cedar Sinai, and she is from Russia, Ludmila. And she teaching people because if you talk with the police, it's almost an epidemic, suicidio. Guess what? Listen to me, guys. In young people in LA are really considering suicidio every almost week.
Okay,
Do
so
researches. It's very serious. Serious. I'm sorry to do that, but if we can save a life with that, and I promise now, after that message change, let's go to see something that made you laugh.
okay, so moving on from the heavy topic, which we covered.
Okay,
All right.
to be continued.
So, cha. Now we're moving on to something happier.
Yeah.
How do you get so much speed? How do you move your hands so fast when you're playing the guitar? Everything you do is fast. Boom, 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 boom. How do you have this energy?
Well, I have ants in my pants.
Okay.
I am Speedy Gonzalez with high heels.
Okay. Were you like this as a child?
Yeah, I like it. I am Speedy Gonzalez. Okay, seriously, I was trained by greatest teacher because guitar is my passion, guitar is my translator. When you need to communicate with people, you don't need to speak their languages. Although I speak a few languages.
What do you speak?
Many.
What language?
Make no difference. Nobody knows what the hell I'm talking about.
Okay.
But when
I used to say my grandmother spoke 7 languages, and I used to say English was her worst.
Your grandma speak Hebrew?
Hebrew, Yiddish, Romanian, Dutch, English, poorly, French, German.
Okay. I love the, I don't know if this is older, Hebrew or Castilian or Greeks, but the ha is so similar. Bájame la jaula, Jaime, or ajaliera, you know, probably know that word. It's a bad word. The Hebrew is a very old culture. Yiddish is fun. Bashana, Havaha. You know the song Bashana, Havaha. I make a huge interpretation with flamenco in the guitar. They love it. They love it. It was a huge success. But I do speak French. Italian is the same thing like Spanish. Portuguese is a little more complicated. You go to Brazil and you got problem to understand the Brazilian
Why do you speak
Portuguese. Because a 60-minute driving from Madrid, Spain, you are in Lisbon.
But still, I'm okay.
When you are in Europe, you have more possibility to learn several languages.
Sure.
Than when you are in United States, that the distance are so
huge.
Take
a Euro rail and you go
that's
boom,
right,
boom, boom.
That's right.
Okay.
But I want to speak better English. So in better English, I'm going to tell you my passion was the guitar. And I discovered that the guitar can talk. And when I play guitar, I hold it to my heart. The guitar is telling what I feel in my heart. And I practice very serious 3 to 4 hours at night.
Still.
Scale. To have a speed in the.
But you do it in your sleep. Why do you have to still do it?
No, Joshua, let me say that to the audience if you are interested. Andres Segovia told me, if you don't practice, in 1 week, nothing gonna happen. But if you don't practice for 2 weeks, you're gonna know it. The audience is not gonna know it. You're gonna know it. If you don't practice for a month, you're gonna know it, and everybody
it's like golf.
is gonna know it. Really? I don't play golf.
I don't either, but for the short time I did it, well, that's a whole different story. Right? But okay, now I have to ask you a question because I'm a big car fan, especially I collect Rolls Royces in specific.
So, oh my goodness! So I didn't know I was talking with an
No, not new ones, classic ones, please.
Excuse me.
Well, excuse me, I don't give up.
I go from Murphy. I have a bicycle.
Excuse me, hold on. No, don't try that one. You gave a band leader a Rolls Royce once. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'm not going to talk about it.
Oh, okay. Well, that covers that question. Anyway,
I have a bicycle. It's called Velocina. I can go bicycle around your and make a lot of noise. Eh? Here I am. Yes. Mm-hmm. I caramba, how many cars you have?
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, okay.
I can play you a game.
Okay.
All right. Who are some of the favorite people you worked with in television?
I love them all. They were so nice to me because I am a cucaracha with an attitude. And they were so nice to me. But the one that I enjoy very much, definitely Johnny Carson, because Johnny Carson is still master of the master. If you watch all of the talk show, all of the hosts, they follow Johnny Carson. Johnny Carson was a lot of fun. Merv Griffin.
Merv Griffin, of
I
course.
work with everybody.
Let's talk about Merv Griffin. So, Merv Griffin, as we know, was gay. Was that like a thing known amongst his friends, or it was just we don't talk about it?
I come from a country, from a family that discrimination is taboo. We did not work discrimination. Growing up, my father was a professor. My father was against President Franco, the dictator. My father had to go to Casablanca, Morocco, otherwise Franco will put in jail forever. He was so educated that we were not allowed to make joke about mi amiga is fat or skinny or she's rich or she's poor or she's ugly or she's pretty. Severely, we were, don't ever do that. People is, you are when you are here. I remember my father telling me, you see that? You feel it? This is you, not how you look. So when we came to America, I was surprised the word discrimination. I learned that was discrimination working with Sammy Davis Jr.,
Mm-hmm.
the bigger entertainer, live entertainer. He was bigger than television, so you don't understand what I'm talking about if you don't see him in person. But when you put Sammy Davis on the stage, it was the bigger, the stronger, the powerful performer ever. We opened Sammy Davis and me for Donald Trump several casinos. The idea was who opened and who closed, both headliners. And I said, Sammy, I have an accent, but I'm not stupid. You close. He said, no, you play the guitar, you close. And I said, I don't follow Mr. Boyango, you close. And I wish at that time we had the integrant to see both of us. You close, you close,
Can
you
you
close, you
imagine?
close. So I talk about your question about gay
Merv
community.
Griffin.
I learned about discrimination with Sammy Davis because he had a huge paranoia because he was dark, that he was concerned that he cannot walk with me into the Waldorf Astoria in the main entry.
He was already very famous at this time.
In Nomara.
No, but I'm saying, hold on, what year are we talking about?
The damage was in him.
Ah, okay.
And I saw him so nervous and so thin, and I said, Sammy Davis Jr.
You're the celebrity.
We walk in, but the damage in him
was done
made
already.
me concerned. And then start the gay community. What is it? Hollywood is Hollywood because, thank God, for the brain and the style and the extra sensitive music, the choreographer, designer, director, writer, Hollywood. It is, I cannot understand, still I don't understand. So I became like the godmama. Excuse me, Cher and me and Madonna. Think about us. I have, did you see me with the white tape? The campaign that we did with the white tape.
Oh, sure. The photographer, what was it? No.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Tori Spelling.
Tori is a friend of mine, and she'll be on in a couple weeks.
She's beautiful. Say hello from me.
I love Tori.
And
I feel bad for her. She's had a tough
tell
run.
us something that she doesn't know. Hey, I'm going to say to you before. I love Aaron Spelling.
Of course. Oh, you were on Love Boat, duh.
He's the father of everybody in show business in his time.
And Leonard.
Tom Hanks.
What?
The Tom Hanks.
No, I was going to say, and Leonard Goldstein.
Yeah.
They
Anyway.
were partners in Love Boat.
Tell it to Tori.
You can just tell her right now.
Tori, one day, you know that your papa want to help everybody in this business, everybody that was in show business did the Love Boat. So he was so proud of you because he said to me, Charo, tonight my daughter, Tori, is in NBC. and she doing a little role. She was, Tori was little, maybe what, 10-year-old, something like that. He was so proud of you. He was the happiest father in the world. And he made sure that I watched you, and I did it, and I contacted him and I said, she got it. Mr. Spelling, this little girl got it. Congratulations. And he was so grateful that, and so happy, and he loved you, and he loved you from up there too, so you are not alone, okay? Trust me, because he was my best friend. And you know that he created for me after the Love Boat to do the nanny. I could not do it. I was too busy doing Las Vegas. I was
The Nanny with Fran Drescher?
yeah, but the original, he make a pilot for me.
Huh.
So he was the best thing ever happened in show business, and you were the best thing ever happened to him and your brother. And I copy your father and your mother in a bedroom. We call it the pink room, because I remember that he put some padding when you two was playing for don't get hurt like this in the playroom. And when I get pregnant years later, then I have my baby, I did the same thing, the padding.
Oh, padding.
Padding.
Quilting. Or...
Yeah. Oh, he loves Tori with passion, and his brothers too. Great papa. So he's with you, Tori, and I love you too. I love her.
I got that. That was made very clear, and I love her too.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
Well, you know what? We'll go to dinner one night with her.
Okay,
three of us.
yeah. I warning her. I said, Tori, what are you doing so notorious?
Where did Coochie Coochie come from?
Oh, Cuchi, money.
Money?
No, I make a lot of money. Every time I say Cuchi.
Oh, that's funny.
No. You know that. I come from a dog. But I say that all the time.
I don't know. Where did
Everybody
Coochie come
Joshua.
from? I don't know. What is Coochie Coochie?
You might be the only person in this planet that doesn't know that it's
I
funny.
didn't know who Adele was until last week.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay. I have a dog. My grandparents' house have a farm. We are farmer. I'm farmer. You call me, you give me some water and soil, and before you know, you have potato, tomato, perejil, cachofa, todo, everything. I am a farmer.
Okay.
So my grandma loves animals. I know somebody called Joshua that he have also a very peculiar great-grandmama that love it very much. His name is Joshua, and he's on my left. So you know how important it is to have a grandma.
She was a farmer also.
That's it.
In Holland during the war.
Exactly. My grandma was in Murcia. At 6 o'clock in the morning, she did like this, una pala, and bring from the river, little tiny river called acequias, and raising food. Every animal that nobody wanted, she picked up with a ball roller, like that, and bring it to the farm. And one of them was a dog that called another name, but it was almost killed, break the back, and she broke it, and she bring it to life, but the dog have a problem in the back and cannot wiggle like dogs do. He wiggle back and forth. And they call him cuchillo, mean knife. Because when he bite you, they go, but not to me. To me, what? Oh, and it was my play pal. I play all the time. Indian, we play Indian and cowboy. And always was he and the dog, when he was happy, we go like that. So I start saying to people, como Gucci, because I cannot say cuchillo. Cuchillo means knife. Cuchillo, knife, the small was Cuchi, C-U-C-H-I. And they give me money. Candy, money, chocolate, and I have attention. And I'm talking about 3-year-old.
This sweater is just
Angora.
Well, I gotta ask. Hold on, let me just ask you something.
know.
Where do you shop?
Okay.
I gotta know. You have such amazing clothing. Where do you shop?
My sister is a designer.
Really?
My sister make everything I wear, and pretty soon I got so many people asking me where your costume come from and everything that we're gonna start introducing everything.
And you should go on QVC.
I never think about that, because all I'm thinking right now is...
Well, let me tell you something. I had Melissa Rivers on last week. Melissa's a very close friend of mine. Maybe you, me, Melissa, and Tori should get together.
I love Melissa.
Well, there you go. And you know Melissa...
She handled very well also the death of her papa.
We discussed it, actually. Not only her father, but her mother, too. She had, talk about shock.
Let me tell you what I like comedy. I don't want to see people cry. Only I am serious when I hold the guitar in my hand, because, like Segovia said, listen to your heartbeat and then play the guitar according with your heartbeat. So it's very serious. When I play the guitar, I'm there with them. But after that, I want people laugh and dance and music. And that was John River, rest in peace.
She was fabulous.
She do anything for a laugh.
She was fabulous.
And she,
Which, you know what, the interesting thing, this brings me to another thing. Today with Me Too and everything, you can't say anything anymore. The one person who could get away with it, though, is, well, Joan Rivers. She couldn't say anything without, getting in trouble.
yeah, but it's John River. And Melissa, I was in Hawaii when I hear the news, and I don't know if it's true or not, and I should not talk about that. But I think she's supposed to be very serious. What happened with that surgery? Make a lot of research. It was a simple surgery. What they did it to the mother, it was nodulous.
Yeah.
Because she
Yeah.
happened to the singer, happened to people that, like, I don't have that thing, but when you do 2 shots at night and you are on tour, your vocal collar doing like this. So it was no need for Joan River die. She's supposed to really go into what happened to the mother.
Well, they did. They know what happened. I mean, it was malpractice.
I'm so sorry. But she's beautiful.
So, as we come to an end here, tell me, what are your thoughts?
What? Anyway, I copied the dog. I
Well,
said,
there you go.
Kuchi. They give me money. And then I came to America. I didn't speak
Well,
English.
folks, that's the end of the interview.
No,
I don't have any other questions.
I got-
Honestly, you just answered them all. And
no, I got to tell you the right thing. When I say Kuchi, at the Tonight Show, people laugh, and my next name was not Charo anymore, was Kuchi girl. And show me the way to the bank, and I enjoy that to the maximum. And that's all.
wait, sing the verse. Sing the verse. Sing the first verse of Dance a Little Bit Closer.
Oh, that have an story. You remember, like I said at the beginning, I was the pioneer of one name. I was working with Vince Montana in Philadelphia with Salsa Orchestra. And he said, Charo, I got for you a song called Dance a Little Bit Closer. I like it. Dance a little bit closer. Move it in like this. A little bit closer. You and me can dance so free. Then I said, okay, I'm going to go Spanglish. And he said, what fuck is that? And I said, well, in Philadelphia, they talk like that. So I said, well, means acércate. I'm going to use the Spanish version, again, your English version. Acércate y oye cómo va mi corazón. Y haremos el amor. Loco, loco, loco. And that he said, it never been done. You are singing in English. I had the vocal background in English, and all of a sudden you came from nowhere and start doing those kind of phrases. And I said, what do we have to lose? I'm doing very good in Las Vegas, a headliner, make a lot of money. You doing very good as a producer. Let's play.
Where do you invest your money? Real estate? Where do you invest your money?
in chocolate.
In chocolate? Okay, well, that's...
So anyway, I said to him, let's gamble. He said, okay. And we gambling. And that was the first time that a little bit closer, acércate y oye cómo va mi corazón y haremos el amor hasta que te vuelva loco, loco, loco. And became a huge hit. Still they're playing.
Is
in
that your
nightclub.
biggest hit?
No. My biggest hit was Cuchi. Every man and every woman want the same thing.
Sing it.
And no. I wrote the letter. Johnny Carson and my sister want the same thing. Cuchi. I wrote the letter, and then he said, okay, do whatever you want. But then I picked the guitar, and the big hit ever I had, maybe it's coming another bigger now with my new album, but that Guitar Passion. I got the best, nominated the best CD of the year. No, it's all guitar. It's all guitar. Caliente is the song.
Hot.
I enjoy very much, and then you see me already, my personality. That's why I need to have a podcast with a lawyer near me.
Yeah, probably. On that note, folks, Goodbye.
Adios.
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 It's been a pleasure.
7, 8.
Dad, a little bit closer. Move it in like this, a little bit closer. We'll be right back.